Hare Krishna, Namaste. In the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, we are in the session where Arjuna is placing his arguments for not wanting to fight in this battle. Compassion was his first reason or an argument that we saw from Sloka number 28 through 30. And Krishna is going to respond to this one starting from second chapter, 11th Sloka. The session that we started, the next argument that we started yesterday, Kim no rājena govinda, Kim bhoge jive tenava, yesham arte kangshitam no, rājyam boha sukanicha. That one and the previous one is about loss of enjoyment. Everyone wants to show their opulences, what they have, to their friends and relatives. That's a general human tendency. You buy something, for example, a new cloth or a watch or a phone or whatever it may be. So you want to show it to your friends and relatives and others. That makes that person happy. So Arjuna's point is, well, I will win this battle and get everything, but will I have people around me to enjoy the opulences that I'm going to get? Because they all will be gone. So that's his point of second argument from 31 through 35. We saw 31 and we saw 32 yesterday. So we'll continue the next few slokas. Ta ime vasthitā yuddhe prāṇāṁs tyaktvā dhanāni ca ācāryāḥ pitaraḥ putrās tathaiva ca pitāmahāḥ mātulāḥ śvaśurāḥ pautrāḥ śyālāḥ sambandhinas tathā etān hantum icchāmi ghnato madhusūdana trailokya-rājyasya hetoḥ kimnu mahī-kṛte nihatya dhādarāśrānnah kā prīti syāt janardana. Oh, in this set of slokas where Arjuna is speaking about even if he is going to get the three world, bhur swarga, even if he gets this three world in exchange of the life of these people, he is not interested to take up. That's the extreme that he goes. He is just fighting for Hastinapur right now. But he is just saying that even three worlds you give to me, if I get it, trailokya-rājyasya, king of these three worlds, I'm not interested in it. I'm totally not interested. Why? It's not going to give me happiness, because obviously I want to show what I have to those people, especially whom I know. That makes a difference, right? So when you have something, two things can happen. You can show to the world whom you don't know, but specifically when you show to those people whom you know, that gives some happiness. For example, you show, you learn so many things. You want to show to someone. Well, you can just put it in the media, in YouTube or whatever it may be. But you don't get that happiness. One doesn't get a happiness because he doesn't know or she doesn't know who's hearing, who's watching. But then when specifically you show it to someone who closely you know, then they're going to give a feedback immediately and you feel nice about it. That's a human tendency, but the spiritual person is not really interested on anyone else's feedback. Of course, they need the feedback for their improvement, but not for these reasons. So this is a material calculation that what Arjuna is saying here, over here. So ācāryāḥ is saying, on the cost of ācārya, gurus, fathers, like fathers, putrāḥ, like sons, pitāmahāḥ, grandfathers, mātulāḥ, material uncle, so maternal uncle, and śvaśurāḥ, father-in-law, pautrāḥ, grandson, śyālāḥ, brother-in-law, and sambandhinas means relatives, all different relatives. So they're all here, and I'm going to kill them to get these things. Madhusūdana is calling out Krishna as Madhusūdana, and he also called Krishna as Govinda. In the set of Sloka, he called Krishna as Govinda first and Madhusūdana. Why did he call Krishna as Govinda? Govinda means that where Krishna is an object of pleasure for the cows, go means cow, go also means senses, our senses that we have, senses. So he gives pleasure to the senses. Arjuna is calling Kim no rajena Govinda, Kim boher jivete va. So he's calling out Krishna as Govinda, not that he's telling that, he knows that he's a pleasure giver for the senses. Though Arjuna is indicating to Krishna, understand my situation and my senses and try to satisfy me, my senses. Right? But the fact is that we should not be praying to Krishna to satisfy our senses. It should be the other way around. We should try to satisfy Krishna's senses. When Krishna is satisfied, our senses get satisfied automatically. So that's what the Shastra says. Whereas here, madhusūdana, he says Madhusūdana, another important name of Krishna, where is a killer of demon called Madhu. So you can kill Madhu, you can kill Kaitabha, you can kill all those different Rakshasas and Asuras. Krishna, why don't you take a role and you directly kill them? Why are you engaging me when you can kill the Rakshasas and Asuras? Why don't you only take a step to kill them? I'll just sit and watch. Right? That was his statement of indirectly calling him as Madhusūdana. But as we saw earlier, Krishna is going to tell, I already killed them. You just have to take that name that you killed them. So don't even worry about it. That's what he's going to tell later. The nature of the devotees, or they don't try to retaliate against the wrongdoer. But when it comes to Krishna, the devotees may not retaliate for what happened in their life by punishing the wrongdoers, offender. But God does not tolerate that. He will or he punishes that person for their benefit. Therefore, one has to be careful in dealing with the Lord's devotees. We should not be taking a role of punishing people. That's the responsibility of Krishna. That's the responsibility of Yama. That's the responsibility of, if they have gurus, their gurus. If the responsibility of Universal Mother, Lakshmi. Therefore, in this sloka, we understand how Arjuna is placing a point saying, what? Kim pritihi sya janardana. Janardana. It's another name is been given here, Krishna's name, Janardana. Janardana was maintainer of all living entities. You are the maintainer of all living entities. Why are you asking me to kill people? Why don't you maintain them? Right? So it's interesting. Govinda, Madhusūdana, Janardana are all mentioned here. किं नो राजेन गोविन्द किं भोगैर्जीवेतेन वा येषामर्थे काङ्क्षितं नो राज्यं भोगा सुखानि च त इमे अवस्थिता युद्धे प्राणांस् त्यक्त्वा धनानि च आचार्यः पितरः पुत्राः तथैव च पितामहाः मातुलाः श्वशुराः पौत्राः श्यालाः सम्बन्धिनस्तथा एतान् हन्तुमिच्छामि घ्नाति अपि मधुसूदना अपि trailokya-rājyasya hetoḥ किं नो mahī-kṛte निगत्य धार्तराष्ट्रान्नः का प्रीति स्यात् जनार्दन. Thank you. Hare Krishna.